Good morning. Today we are going to read The Gingerbread Girl. And The Gingerbread Girl is a really cute story, especially if you're a girl, because she's spunky and sassy and she's full of fun. So I can't wait for you to listen to how we read The Gingerbread Girl. If you've listened before, you might have also heard the story The Gingerbread Boy or The Gingerbread Man. There's also a story called The Ninjabread Man, which we have not read yet, but it's coming soon. And in the story about the gingerbread boy, or the gingerbread, I think it's a gingerbread boy, not the gingerbread man, there is a recap about what happens in that story. And if you've heard that story, I won't give you a spoiler alert. This one is going to end a little bit differently. So let's check it out together. The Gingerbread Girl. Yay! You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox pretending to help him cross the river. This is the story of his younger and wiser sister. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. "Let's bake again," suggested the old man one morning. "But what if the same thing happens?" cried the little old woman. "I couldn't bear the loss. Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away," answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. "She is sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie into the oven. There she is. She has a little peek. She's opening one eye. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked, remembering the gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. Sweet or not, she thought, things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. What do you think is going to happen?
She's gonna run out.
Oh, let's find out what happens. My class thinks that she's going to run out. Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop, stop!" And the little old man came running. But the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. Oh, did she not learn? Oh, no.
Yeah, she just got.
"Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey, farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." There's the farmers in the picture. And there she is. Look at that sassy little thing. What's the next character she's going to run from? The pig. Farther down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite, but the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. On down the path she came upon an artist. A masterpiece good enough to eat, the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past, laughing. I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am one smart cookie, despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Oh, that kind of reminds me of my t-shirt that I wore yesterday that said, I teach smart cookies. I have lots of those in my class right now. Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily. Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk. But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call, Chase if you want, I'm faster than you, although you have 4 feet and I've only 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped past, the group was soon in line with the others, hearing, You're joining the chase? The more the merrier, but no one can stop me, not hound, not terrier. I'm the gingerbread girl with the leap, I'll run and I'll run with the leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Look at those dogs, they look starving. This one over here is licking his lips. Now the path ran right past a school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of cookie were heard across the playground. The gingerbread girl waved to them all as they joined the chase with their teachers. And she sang, I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but that same devious fox? Hello, my pretty, crooned the fox. I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you cross the river. Just jump on my tail. The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper. Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me? That's all I implore. The fox chuckled. I promise, my sweet little tidbit. And the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on, the fox dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. Ooh, the water is so deep. Move to my back, he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. That's a good little girl, the fox said with a snicker. Oh my, the water is deeper. Now move to my head. No sooner had he spoken those words than the gingerbread girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. "You're right," she whispered in the fox's ear. "I am good." The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd. Riding the fox like a bucking bronco, the gingerbread girl whizzed past singing. "He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me, I'm the gingerbread girl." The awestruck crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, and jumped on the table. And she measured and mixed with the leap and a twirl, singing, "I'll bake you some more, I'm the gingerbread girl." The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy houseful to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. And what of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. "We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfox the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl." She was smarter than her brother, and she was able to not only save her own life and keep the fox from eating her, but she also was able to share gingerbread with all the people who were chasing her and taught the fox some manners. I think that's a pretty smart gingerbread girl. What do you think?
Yeah.
I can't wait to read with you again. We'll see you next time.